What's up, YouTube? Tops85401 here. And I got a Junk Wax Gems PC showcase, starting with this card I just got in the mail. So it's the first time I've shown it on camera. And it's a 1990 Donruss Aqueous Test. I'm sure many of you are not familiar with it, so I'll tell you a little bit about the 90 Aqueous Test. These were test cards that Donruss used to test a certain type of ink. They were actually cut and put into cello packs and put into a box that was with a Donruss employee for many, many years. And in 2004, he sold the box not realizing what was in there. And a dealer identified the box as something unusual. And when he opened the packs, all the cards in the box, and they were in cello packs, had this Aqueous Test stamp on the back. And it turns out that out of all the 1990 Donruss cards, approximately 350 of the cards are available with the Aqueous Test. And the speculated population on these is about 10 per card. So there is approximately 10 Barry Bonds cards of the 1990 Donruss Aqueous Test. So, to make a long story short, I did pay $162 shipped for this card. It is an excellent 5 graded by PSA. The card has fantastic eye appeal for the technical grade. I'm really, really happy. I'm thrilled with this card. I'm actually fired up. Really, really, really happy with this card. Just an absolute beauty. And the population of the card just makes it an absolute must-have for my Barry Bonds super collection. Now, along the same lines, another really rare issue, not nearly as rare, none of these other ones will be nearly as rare as the Aqueous Test. But we got the 1990 Score McDonald's. And these are really, really rare because they were distributed in only 11 McDonald's in Oregon and Idaho. So between Oregon and Idaho, 11 McDonald's total were distributing these cards. And they were probably a test issue. They were not nationally distributed. Very difficult to find. And if you could find a high-grade example, they can run a lot of money. An example like this probably run about 50 to 75 bucks. Real high-grade examples are very expensive, but really proud to have that one. So that wraps up 1990. And then moving on to 1991, when we were having the Operation Desert Shield, Topps distributed packs, wax packs to the troops overseas. And all the wax packs that they gave away had these Desert Shield stamps. So everything about these cards were the same as regular 91 Topps, except for the stamping. Most of them got thrown away. I've heard many stories about the troops putting them on bonfires and, opening packs and throwing them all on bonfires. They're really, really rare. And there's the All-Star version of the 91 Topps Desert Shield, Barry Bonds. So very tough cards to find. I heard a story a while ago that somebody went to a Goodwill and bought a box of 1991 Topps, and the box was a Desert Shield box. So that must have been one heck of a find. And last but not least, you got to include this insert because it came out of 1991 Donruss. These cards were unicorns. I think that they were pallet hits. And what I mean by a pallet hit is you would probably have to open a pallet's worth of packs to find one of these. And the print run is 10,000. There were 8 total cards in the 1991 Donruss Elite set. So that means that they printed 80,000 total between the 8 players. Each card has a print run of 10,000. But just because it has a print run of 10,000 doesn't mean that there are 10,000 circulating within the hobby. I think probably 2,500 to 5,000 are still sealed in packs. And the ones that have been pulled in packs over the years, maybe half of them have survived. So my guess is there's between 2,500 and 3,000 of those in the hobby. And most of them that are out there are tied up in collections until the day that the people own them die. Those cards are just really, really, really awesome. So those are the junk wax gems. Guys, there are awesome cards to collect from the early 90s, and these are 5 fantastic examples. So thanks everybody for tuning in. I hope you learned a little bit something. Maybe you can appreciate the junk wax era a little bit more for some of the awesome cards that were available. And until next time, as always, happy collecting. That card is just unbelievable.